Welcome to Interviews with Experts. Today we share the third in a three-part series from our interview with Dr. Paula Witt-Enderby. Dr. Witt-Enderby is a professor of pharmacology at Duquesne University. She has a PhD in pharmacology and toxicology and teaches pharmacy students about endocrinology and endocrine-based drug therapies. She also researches the effect of melatonin in the body as it relates to bone and breast cancer. She is board certified by the National Ayurvedic Medical Association. In this clip, Dr. Witt-Enderby discusses when and how to supplement with melatonin. She covers checking levels, starting doses, when you should take it, side effects, and finding a safe product. As you watch this video, keep in mind that while melatonin is best known as a supplement that people take to help with sleep, melatonin is also a hormone made by the pineal gland in our brains. In today's clip, we will be talking about this naturally occurring form made in our bodies. Dr. Witt-Enderby's thoughts on checking melatonin levels.
So some people ask me when it's appropriate to take melatonin, and what I always say is first try and get your endogenous nocturnal levels of melatonin up through natural means. And what I mean by that is by eliminating any light source in the place that you sleep during the hours of darkness. And so if you have an alarm clock, a television set, cell phones, night lights, you might want to remove those or cover them up with black tape. If you live on a street with a street light and you have light coming into the room where you sleep, your bedroom, you might want to obviously use shades to shade out the light. Also, if you are someone that likes to read or use your cell phone and check messages right before bed, I always recommend to stop doing that 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed, because light does inhibit melatonin. And also, I do recommend using an eye mask. They're very effective. And again, if you've exhausted all of those and you are trying to go to bed by 10 o'clock at night and you have regulated your meal time, meaning that you're not eating too late into the night, that you're stopping about 8 o'clock at night, this is assuming you're going to bed at 10, and if those things still haven't worked for you, then I would recommend getting your melatonin levels checked.
If you decide to supplement with melatonin, here's some thoughts on starting doses and when during the day you should take your melatonin.
I always say start low. Yeah. Start with the lowest dose. Is if you're starting low, like a 0.5 milligram of melatonin, that's what I would recommend. Most important thing about melatonin is take it, right before bed, but not 2 a.m. bedtime. Where, it has to be taken around 10 p.m., 11 p.m., because you do not want that surge in melatonin to come too late in the morning. Melatonin does definitely have effects on insulin and glucagon release. And so insulin is what takes our glucose out of the bloodstream into our cells to make energy. And glucagon is the hormone that releases glucose into our body. So melatonin has effects on both. So it can raise sugar levels and it can decrease sugar levels. You want to have that melatonin to peak between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. because you don't want spillover of melatonin in the morning. Because what happens then is you're going to wake up with high sugar levels, and over time that could lead to some type of insulin resistance. Because usually when light comes on in the morning, your melatonin levels shut down. If you're taking a supplement, you want to mimic that peak.
What side effects do people experience with melatonin?
3 clinically reported effects of melatonin. One is vivid dreaming. When I ran clinical trials, 50% of the women loved the vivid dreaming, 50% did not. Sedation, the daytime grogginess, that's the third effect of melatonin. But if you're feeling the daytime grogginess, like with 1 milligram, just cut your pill in half. It usually takes about 2 weeks for the daytime grogginess to go away. If it does not, then that's when I would recommend cutting your dose in half.
How do you find a safe product?
These supplement companies were also putting other things in them. They have to report what's in the pills, right? So you read the bottle and make sure you're not getting any extra supplements. You just want pure melatonin. I do recommend a melatonin that comes from a laboratory because it's been synthesized. I don't recommend animal glands or things like that because the dosing would be inconsistent. And anytime you take an animal product, it might cause some type of immune reaction in the body. If you read the bottle, it should just say melatonin. You can go on Mayo Clinic and they have like a whole melatonin section. Obviously talk to your primary care physician.
Brought to you by Women Living Better. More at womenlivingbetter.org.